Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, dangerous heat alerts, a deadly mid-air crash, a royal return, and GMA live in the Lone Star State.
Texas, baby.
Breaking overnight, severe storms slamming the hard-hit Midwest. Only a week after deadly storms ripped through the region. Roads flooded in Ohio, destructive winds in Nebraska, and down south, lightning strikes in Alabama. Ginger is tracking it all, including the relentless, dangerous heat and the new threat right now for the I-95 corridor.
Breaking overnight, deadly mid-air crash. A police helicopter and a small plane collide in midair.
A very violent crash.
First responders swarmed the airfield. A neighbor mowing his lawn rushed to help. The latest details coming in now.
Fast-moving developments in the sudden death of Hayden Panettiere. The DEA now joining the investigation as we see her ex-boyfriend for the first time since her passing. The police going to his home.
Tourist tragedy. A helicopter crash killing all on board, including 5 Americans. What we know about the victims and what happened in Kenya. The investigation happening now.
In the dark. Tens of thousands in Indiana still without power after deadly destructive storms and winds up to 100 miles per hour 9 days ago. Frustration growing. We're live on the scene in Gary, Indiana.
President Trump threatening Iran with an economic D-Day, boasting about his White House renovations.
This will be much better for state arrival.
Boosting his cryptocurrency investments as GOP candidates running on affordability raise concerns about the midterms. And the national debt hits a record $40 trillion.
Royal return. 6 years after Brexit. It's back to Britain for Prince Harry, Meghan, and now their 2 young children. We're live at Buckingham Palace with the latest from King Charles, Prince William, after years of the royal family feud.
Fighting back. Why Robin Williams' children reactivated the late Oscar winner's Instagram account as they speak out about what they call rampant AI abuse.
It's cold, really cold. My lady, I've outed.
And get ready for GMA game day in the Lone Star State.
Touchdown, Texans, 75 yards.
We're live with the Houston Texans and some of the biggest football fans in the nation. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
And we do say good morning, America. And wait until you see the Texas-sized surprise on the way for some fans. Will Reeve is in Houston on our road to the Super Bowl. And there are so many surprising things about this team.
Oh, yeah. My hometown also had Lama Hassan is standing by at Buckingham Palace, tracking the questions surrounding the big move back to the UK for Prince Harry, Meghan, and their children.
A lot of people wondering what's behind that. We're going to begin with severe storms overnight, slamming the Midwest. Ginger's here to start us off. And Ginger, also a new threat to the I-95 corridor?
Yes, so much so that I smell ground stops by tonight for airports from here to Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., but also a really difficult commute. I will show you the timing and get to that rain, but let's see where it's coming from. Several pockets of storms yesterday. This was a funnel in Nebraska. There were reported tornadoes in Kentucky, but this morning we're still seeing flash flooding, water rescues happening in parts of Ohio. This was from Camden, Ohio, late yesterday. Water filling someone's basement and home. Unfortunately, I think we could see that today with a level 2 out of 4 for flash flooding from Norfolk and Richmond, Virginia Beach, Salisbury, through all of Delaware, southern New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, and coastal Connecticut. We're going to put this into motion and show you the storms bust through in the late afternoon through tonight. So we stopped it there. This is 5 p.m. New York City's getting it. Philadelphia is getting hit hard. It's not only that you could see 3 to 5 inches of rainfall really fast, you also could see the potential for damaging wind, especially on the southern end of that. So Atlantic City to Baltimore, Washington, D.C., all of Rehoboth Beach and South Richmond. And then finally, there is a pocket of severe storms that includes Minneapolis, St. Paul today as well, Robin.
All right, Ginger, our thanks to you. We're going to turn now to breaking news overnight. A deadly mid-air crash in Pennsylvania when a police helicopter and small plane collided. Aaron Katursky has the new details that are coming in right now. Good morning to you, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. The 2 state troopers aboard the helicopter did not see the plane coming. They're luckily going to be okay this morning after a collision that authorities called very violent. This morning, investigators are racing to determine what caused a deadly midair collision between a small plane and a Pennsylvania State Police helicopter.
Carlisle Airport, possibly Trooper 3 involved struck a plane.
The crash happened during a state police training exercise at Carlisle Airport, killing the pilot of a Cessna 150. Investigators say the helicopter was hovering just feet above the ground when the approaching plane veered sharply and slammed into it from behind.
It hit the rear tail rotor and went into the main rotor of the helicopter, resulting in a very violent crash.
The impact tore the plane apart and sheared off the helicopter tail and rotor blades before it rolled onto its side.
The pilots would not have been able to even see that airplane approaching them.
Inside the wreckage, 2 troopers were trapped. Authorities say one trooper kicked out a window, then pulled his bleeding partner to safety. A neighbor mowing his lawn rushed to help moments after the crash.
Seconds after I turned my back, I heard a huge crash. And as I was just getting on the other side of the runway, the 2 pilots of the helicopter were coming out. They were pulling themselves out.
Despite the devastating impact, both troopers are expected to survive.
Tonight could have been much worse.
The small regional airport near Hershey does not have air traffic control. The FAA and the NTSB are there now to investigate, guys.
All right, Aaron, thank you. We're going to go now to new clues in the sudden and tragic death of actress Hayden Panettiere, who was found unresponsive in cardiac arrest at just 36. The DEA now joining the investigation. Our Trevor Ault joins with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael, and we're learning some troubling new details about the years leading up to Hayden Panettiere's death, the alleged abuse from the on and off again boyfriend who police say was with her when she died, and with her cause of death still uncertain, now the DEA is jumping in to help.
This morning, sources tell ABC News the DEA is joining the investigation into the cause of death for star actress Hayden Panettiere. The Greenville, South Carolina Police Department continues to lead that investigation, looking into how the actress died and if it could potentially develop to a criminal complaint. TMZ says law enforcement sources are conducting the investigation to see if some illegality is behind the 36-year-old's death. Authorities say Panettiere suffered cardiac arrest at this South Carolina apartment complex Sunday. Police report claims her on and off again boyfriend Brian Hickerson and his brother Zach were there and called 911.
I have a cardiac arrest. CPR is in progress.
Overnight, ABC News obtained court documents revealing a pattern of alleged abuse between Hickerson and Panettiere. California prosecutors accusing Brian Hickerson of willfully inflicting corporal injury, resulting in a traumatic condition upon Hayden in multiple instances across 2019 and 2020, one time allegedly using a garage floor and stairs to cause injury to Panettiere. Yesterday, he was seen for the first time since her passing, spotted leaving a Burger King hours after Greenville police officers responded to a call for a welfare check at his family's home. Police tell ABC News that welfare check was unrelated to the Hayden Panettiere death investigation. They've stressed there were no signs of foul play at the scene where she died.
Here are the bullet points of this case. The boyfriend and his brother, why were they there? You're going to combine all of that with what the pathologist finds in the autopsy, what the toxicologist finds, and what DEA can find in reference to linking any drugs that she had that were either illegal or not lawfully prescribed.
And along with police saying the preliminary investigation found no signs of foul play, the preliminary autopsy also found no signs of trauma with Hayden Panettiere. We did reach out to Brian Hickerson for comment through his attorney. We have not yet heard back, guys.
Okay, Trevor, thanks. Now to the tourist helicopter crash in Kenya. All 7 people on board killed, including 5 Americans, when the aircraft went down in a remote mountainous area. Faith Abube is here with the latest on that. Good morning, Faith.
Yeah, good morning to you, George. Amid the urgent recovery efforts at the scene, investigators are also focused on one central question this morning. What happened in those harrowing final moments before the helicopter full of tourists came crashing down?
This morning, investigators searching for answers in the wreckage of a devastating helicopter crash that killed 7 people, including 5 Americans and an Ecuador government official. Chilling scene footage showing plumes of smoke billowing from the burning wreckage. Torn pieces of the tourist helicopter littering the rugged and remote Kenyan foothills.
Investigators will look at why are the 2 doors of the helicopter completely separated from the impact site itself. Was there an impact on the side of the cliff that blew those doors out before the helicopter descended and hit the base of the cliff?
The helicopter crashed near Mount Ololokwe, a popular tourist area, Wednesday, just after 9 a.m. local time, killing everyone on board. Police telling ABC News that among the 7 victims were beloved Telemundo executive Jose Suarez and Florida businessman Raja Duarte, once featured in Forbes 30 Under 30. In a statement, Duarte's family writing, quote, "The magnitude of this tragedy is impossible to comprehend, and there are no words to express the depth of our pain." Ecuadorian officials also confirming their Director of National Intelligence, Michel Sensi Corntugui, and his wife, Stephanie Hallahan Vasconez, were also killed.
And guys, sadly, this is the latest in a troubling series of helicopter crashes we've seen in Kenya, which has a vibrant tourism industry and relies on these choppers to ferry people to specific areas. Earlier this year, a local lawmaker died along with 5 other people when their helicopter crashed just minutes after takeoff.
I have to look into all that. All right. Our thanks to you, Faith. Now to the power emergency in Indiana. Tens of thousands of customers still without power following last week's historic storms and flooding. Alex Perez is on the scene for us there in Gary, Indiana, where frustration is growing. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Yeah, it's been more than a week since storms pounded Gary and northwest Indiana, and there are still downed trees and power lines like this across the area. Residents are desperate to get the power back on, and many feel the utility company is just not working quickly enough.
This morning, tens of thousands of northwest Indiana residents are still in the dark without power since a wave of destructive storms moved through the area back on August 11th.
Last night, the entire city was pitch black.
The frustration is growing for people like Gary resident Adriana Harris.
Many people don't have generators. A lot of homeowners don't have the things they need for their home.
Indiana residents taking to social media, documenting just how hard everyday life has become without power.
Things just keep getting worse and worse. We are now under a boil advisory.
In Griffith, Indiana, officers have been going door to door doing welfare checks, and angry residents packed a city council meeting demanding power be restored.
I'm diabetic and I have my medicine in a refrigerator.
NIPSCO, the Northern Indiana Public Service Company responsible for power in the area, says they are working around the clock to restore power, but even so, may not have it all restored until next Tuesday.
These are lines that ordinarily take us in systems that ordinarily take weeks or months that we are trying to accomplish in days and or weeks.
And residents also want to see all of this debris cleaned up from their neighborhoods. There are still about 70,000 customers without power. The utility company compares the damage created by last week's storm to a Category 2 hurricane. Michael?
Well, hopefully you can get that power up soon. Thank you so much for that. And we're going to move on to President Trump issuing a new threat to Iran, vowing a wide range of measures that will cripple its economy. The president calling it, quote, an economic D-Day. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House with the latest for us. Good morning, Rachel.
Michael, good morning to you. And efforts for diplomatic talks, threats of military escalation have not forced Iran to make a deal. So now President Trump is turning to economic pressure, issuing a new threat. 6 months into the war with Iran, President Trump once again trying to ramp up the pressure, overnight announcing the U.S. will enact the most crushing economic operation ever taken, saying it will be an economic D-Day. President Trump warning any country that allows its financial institutions, businesses, airports, or government entities that help Iran evade sanctions will face tremendous economic consequences. The president did not announce any specific sanctions or call out China, Iran's top trading partner. This morning, the Iranian foreign minister responding, calling the so-called economic D-Day a diversion from America's own crisis, unprecedented debt, and surging interest costs. It all comes as President Trump struggles to bring an end to the war he started. A new poll shows his approval rating at a record low, just 33%. But the president was focused on something else, bringing cameras and reporters to the White House South Lawn.
Nice job, fellas.
He wanted to show off the construction, a new helipad for Marine One, which he says could also be used for events.
They can have events on it. They can have people go there for cocktails and then walk to the ballroom.
The president spent nearly 40 minutes talking about the White House renovations, which the Washington Post reports will cost more than $900 million. The president has said the ballroom would be privately funded by donors, but the Washington Post has said the contractor expects close to half of the cost to be footed by taxpayers. He brushed off a question about whether peace talks with Iran will resume.
Maybe at some point, but right now, I think the situation is so good, but maybe at some point.
And with the midterms now 75 days away, the president's endorsement record also taking a hit. 3 of the candidates he backed lost their elections last week, and some Republicans sounding the alarm.
I'm worried that I'm not seeing the clear message from Republicans. What is the plan of why you should stay in the majority? What is your economic plan going forward? What are you touting as the successes that you've had already?
Meanwhile, another breaking headline here from the White House. The president says he plans to meet with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un by the end of the year. It comes as the president says the U.S. will now scale back military drills with South Korea, calling it hostile and inappropriate toward North Korea. Also comes as North Korea has been launching and engaging in more ballistic missile tests, 3 alone, and this just past month, George.
Yeah, including one last night. Okay, Rachel, thanks very much. The president also hosted cryptocurrency executives at the White House, touting legislation that could boost his own crypto profits. Jay O'Brien has the details. Good morning, Jay.
George, good morning to you. President Trump, who's made hundreds of millions in crypto, met at the White House yesterday with what he called a who's who of cryptocurrency leaders, and he pushed for the passage of something called the Clarity Act. It's long been a priority of crypto companies, and one that could also benefit the president's wide-ranging family crypto ventures. The crypto industry argues this bill will streamline regulation and help make digital currency more mainstream, but the current version of the bill would also bar public officials like President Trump from creating or sponsoring digital assets while in office. Democrats are holding firm for stricter language that would also apply to the president's children. Remember, President Trump made at least $1.4 billion in crypto ventures last year alone, largely through investments and companies that were spearheaded by his sons. The White House has long denied any conflict of interest for the president and points out that his assets are in a trust managed by his children.
But Jay, this does come as a new poll just out yesterday shows that a majority of Americans think the president's cryptocurrency profits are inappropriate.
That's exactly right, George. According to a new Reuters Ipsos poll, a majority of Americans, 63%, say President Trump and his family's crypto profits are inappropriate. And about 7 in 10 Americans, including nearly half of Republicans polled, say they believe the president's business interests influence his decision-making as president. The White House has strongly denied that, saying the president only acts in the, quote, best interest of the American public. George.
Jay O'Brien, thanks, Robert.
All right there, George. We're going to turn now to a story that is fit for the dog days of August. A missing pup reunited with his owner after being found more than 1,000 miles from his home. Sam is now here with this dog's tail.
He has a wandering heart, Robin. Good morning, Robin. And America, I want you to meet 10-month-old Australian Shepherd Rio that has that wandering soul, tends to run away a lot, if you will. This time he really ran, like about 1,000 miles away. Rio and his mom, Melissa Burris, were reunited in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it's a lovely town. But that was nearly 3 weeks after he got out of the family home in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Now, fortunately, this puppy was microchipped, and a shelter in Greensboro scanned him and contacted Melissa. Now, she immediately booked a flight to North Carolina to pick him up, and they took a road trip back home in a rental car. Now, how Rio made the more than 1,000-mile trip, and it's 1,000 miles as the crow flies, so it would be longer if you were like walking or running. Nobody really knows. No one but Rio knows. Melissa says maybe a long-haul trucker or a student picked the pup up on the way to college. Now, however he made the trip, Rio is happy and healthy. There he is, that wandering soul. And back home this morning, the story's a good reminder for us all, though, to pet owners, microchip your pets. You never know when might decide to go wandering.
1,000 miles from home.
But this is one of those stories where George says animals can't talk. I really wish he could. I really want to know how he did it.
Couldn't agree more.
We'll set up the interview for you, Mike.
I'm good.
Coming up, the surprising news about the royal family. Harry and Meghan and their children will return to the UK. We have the latest from Lama Hassan, and we're going to get some perspective from our royal contributor, Robert Jobson.
Also had Rhiannon Alley tells us about an AI fight over a beloved actor, Rhiannon.
Hey, Robin. Yeah, Robin Williams' children call the unauthorized use of their father's voice and likeness AI abuse. I'll tell you what they're doing to fight it coming up.
And we have the new twist in the fraternity cocaine ring investigation and why one of the alleged ringleaders in his early 20s thought his arrest was a prank. Coming up, the urgent police search for this woman accused of killing her husband.
And the new hope for a cancer vaccine. Dr. Tara Narula is going to be along with the details on all that.
And Will Reeves live in Houston at the home of the Texans as they get ready to celebrate a major milestone ahead of this NFL season. We'll be right back.
Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it. Hey, can we do this one at a time, please? You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy.
Writing this for me.
Welcome back to GMA. It is no secret Spider-Man Brand New Day is a blockbuster, and it has snagged yet another box office record in its web. It has now made more than $800 million in the U.S. in just 19 days, the fastest movie in history to hit that mark.
It's a fun movie. Let's get to the headlines new at 7:30. We begin with Massachusetts police searching for an armed and dangerous woman wanted in connection with her husband's death. Officials have released new surveillance video of 58-year-old Karen Solomon after they discovered her husband, Kurt Solomon, a 31-year police veteran, dead inside their home. Officers using helicopters and boats to search the woods and ponds near the home. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said on Wednesday that a salmonella outbreak linked to jalapeno peppers has infected 431 people across 32 states. That's up from 345 cases in 27 states reported earlier this month.
The FDA upgrading the recall of frozen berries to a Class 1 recall. Greenwise organic whole blueberries and whole mixed berries could be contaminated with E. coli. The CDC reports 12 people have gotten sick so far. The products were sold at public supermarkets in 8 states. And WNBA superstar Nneka Ogwumike announcing she will retire at the end of the season. Say it ain't so. Well, she has had one of the most storied careers in league history. A #1 draft pick, Rookie of the Year, and MVP awards, a championship, and 11 All-Star nods. On top of that, she is also the president of the Players Union.
And I'm telling you, she's going out strong. She's averaging almost a double-double in her final season.
Wow.
She is remarkable.
And you're gonna end it after a double season? Come on, Nneka.
Wish her all the best. Now to Prince Harry and Meghan, planning to move back to the UK after 6 years in the U.S. Lama Hassan is at Buckingham Palace with the latest on that. Good morning, Lama.
Yeah, good morning to you, George. That's right. Everyone here in the UK is waking up to the shocking news that Harry and Meghan are coming back here, asking why? Why now? What has prompted this move? No official comment from their spokesman, and so far, no reason given by the couple.
This morning, ABC News learning the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will soon be leaving the US, where they've lived for the past 6 years, relocating back to Britain. According to The Telegraph, the move is planned for later this month, with the family believed to be taking up residence in a private, non-royal residence outside London. The paper also reporting that the couple's 2 children, 7-year-old Prince Archie and 5-year-old Princess Lilibet, are enrolled to start at British schools in September. No comment yet from Buckingham Palace, but a source familiar with the matter says King Charles learned of the plans on Sunday, adding the monarch welcomes the chance to see the family more, but they will not be returning as working royals. This, the latest in a years-long saga spurred by the surprise announcement quickly dubbed Megxit when they left the UK for California. Tensions with the royal family increased as the couple shared pressures that led to their departure. From the Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan,
they are destroying us.
My job is to keep my family safe.
To the 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they alleged racism inside the palace walls, and Meghan opened up about her suicidal thoughts.
I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And that was a very clear and real and frightening, constant thought.
Harry's 2023 tell-all memoir, Spare, adding even more fuel to the feud, speaking with Michael Strahan at the time.
You said you want your father and brother back. Do you think that this book is going to bring them back, or are they going to further divide you?
But I genuinely believe that if me and my family can reconcile, can put our differences behind us, but first there needs to be conversation and accountability. And if that doesn't happen, then that's very sad.
The prince has been reluctant to bring his family back to England, citing security concerns after losing British police protection in 2020, telling the BBC after losing a court battle to have it reinstated last year.
I can't see a world in which
I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point.
But just last month, the King and Queen hosting Harry, Meghan and their children in England. Charles's first time seeing his grandchildren since 2022. George.
Hey, Lama, thanks. Let's bring in our royal contributor, Robert Jobson. What's going on here?
Hi, George. Yeah, it's a bit of a shock, this one. But the reality is, Andy Berman, the Prime Minister, is talking about security, saying it is a private matter. Clearly, there's been conversations with the King, although what we understand that the situation is that he was not told anything until Sunday. That's a bit of a shock, really, to say the least. It seems that if that's the case, the King's been blindsided. But, you know, he had that tea with them, so something must have been said. You can't just pick up kids and put them into schools like that. There must have been planning going on in the background. And there must be planning as to where they're going to live. So I think obviously there's been a lot of movement in the background going on without the knowledge of certain members of the royal family. What the King actually knew and when, we don't really know. We only know that what we're being told, that it was on Sunday that he was told officially. My gut feeling is here, George, is that I do think that there's more going on behind the scenes. I think that maybe Harry is looking to come back full time. Who knows? To come back as a royal. I think that if that's the only way that he'll get the full-time security that he's talking about, that will, of course, cause friction at the moment with his brother. So there's so many loose ends at the moment. It's all sort of developing as we speak.
But presumably there has to be some kind of a security arrangement being worked out. And on the housing, is it possible he'll stay in actual royal housing?
They're saying not royal housing, but I think that we understand that they were looking in the Oxfordshire area and the Cotswolds for housing while they were over here last time. But, you know, there are royal residences, and with royal residences you get the security that's necessary. You know, ultimately, this is the King's son, these are the King's grandchildren, and they're going to need the security. And I think that, you know, they can't leave it open to debate. There are residences they can stay in. The King said that when he was coming over for the Well Child charity gig, that they were going to allow him to stay in Buckingham Palace. Well, there are plenty of rooms at St James's Palace. There are plenty of places they can live. Prince Andrew's old place, Royal Lodge, is empty at the moment. So I can't see that there's going to be an issue with property, but the talk is that they will find a residence privately themselves. Security has to be the key to all of this.
Clearly. It appears that he's been moving toward a reconciliation with his father, the King. What about his brother?
Nothing at the moment. I think it's easier, I think, to be more reconciled with the King than with his brother. There have been at least well, now there's been 3 meetings. There's been no meetings with his brother and no conversations, that we understand. We're getting nothing from Kensington Palace on that. Look, we'll see how it unfolds. If he's here for 6 months, we've got the big Christmas gathering, and that's going to be a moment where we see how close they are. But this is no longer Megxit, is it? It's maybe going to America, it's regrets it. I don't know. The reality is they're coming back.
Okay, Robert Jobson, thanks very much.
Now on GMA with Robin Williams' children fighting what they've called AI abuse, unauthorized AI-generated versions of their late father's voice and likeness. Rhiannon is here with that story for us. Good morning.
Yes, from the genie in Aladdin to Mrs. Doubtfire and Good Will Hunting and so many other memorable roles. Robin Williams made us laugh and touched us in ways that no one else could. And when he passed away at just 63 years old, he left a huge hole in Hollywood and beyond that. Now his kids want to make sure people don't abuse his likeness with AI. This morning, the children of late movie legend Robin Williams aren't just protecting their father's legacy.
I ask you about love, probably quote me a sonnet.
They're fighting back against what they call AI abuse. Zach, Zelda, and Cody Williams reactivated his Instagram account, fed up with the alleged AI misuse involving their dad's likeness, writing, "As technology evolves, we want this to be a safe, trusted place where the stories, photos, videos, and memories shared reflect his legacy with authenticity, warmth, and care."
They just said they've had enough, and it's time to really take a look at AI and how people are exploiting their dad's memory and his legacy.
Fussy, you do Martha Graham.
The beloved actor's daughter Zelda has spoken out previously against AI-generated posts like these. Now the family is reviving the account to share authentic and entertaining moments of their dad.
The water's boiling. Hello!
Zelda calling it one of the best ways we've now found to fight back against rampant AI abuse of his voice and likeness on here. AI use has been a controversial topic in Hollywood, especially for celebrities who want to maintain control of their image. Taylor Swift and Matthew McConaughey have both recently taken action to blunt themselves from AI-generated content misuse, filing trademarks for their names and iconic catchphrases.
All right. Oh, Christ. How you doing?
But others have embraced the rapidly evolving technology. Val Kilmer, who passed away last year, starring in the upcoming film As Deep as the Grave, his performance entirely AI-generated.
Don't fear the dead, and don't fear me.
Producers say it was made with the support of his family, who provided images and videos of Kilmer throughout his life.
I think the top consideration is what is it being used for? And then, of course, there's money. You know, these AI companies have a lot of money. And I think also, what does using their likeness in an AI production after their death, how does it affect their legacy, their memory?
Robin Williams would have turned 75 last month. His kids say they are grateful to see new generations discovering his work. They just want it to be his authentic work, not made by AI. So the debate in Hollywood over AI use continues.
So there's so much great from his authentic work. The Birdcage. That was mine. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Classic.
he was one of a kind.
Yes, he was.
He should be the one to have done that. He did it. So hopefully they don't abuse the AI. Now, but our play of the day, Sam, you got it. Take it away. Baby Animal Beat.
The Baby Animal Desk at Good Morning America is open for business, and it has been a joyous, busy summer for the Penguins at the Tennessee Aquarium. Now, Nipper and Pebbles welcome their new chick in June. Now, this is the second birth for these Gen 2 penguins. We know they're Gen 2s because of the white feather stripe and the orange beak. The baby penguin is doing great and very vocal, which means loud, and is thriving. But the Tennessee Aquarium, ladies and gentlemen, chicks just keep coming. Blue and Flower have also become parents for a second time with their newborn. Aquarium officials say the chick is doing well and growing at the expected rate, which is a lot. They will reach full adult height and weight in just 2 months. Both of these birds will join the colony when they're about 2 months old, but after they've passed a swim test, because the staff wants to make sure that they can get in and out of the water safely. Congratulations to all parents.
Hey, we're headed to Texas.
See you soon.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The national debt hits a record $40 trillion. Rebecca Jarvis breaks down the shocking milestone and the impacts on credit cards, mortgages, and more.
Dolly Parton has done it again. What the Queen of Country just achieved as her music makes an even bigger impact around the world.
And the Texans have it, trying to run with it for the score.
GMA is running into Thursday.
Touchdown, Texans, 75-yard.
On the road in the Lone Star State.
25 years later, it just gets better and better every year.
Will Reeve is with the NFL's youngest and most talked about teams and some amazing fans. And they say,
Good morning, America!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America. Well, good morning, America. We are looking forward to checking in with Will Reeve in Houston. As you can see, he's there with some Texan super fans, and we got a lot of fun ahead, and we have some surprise guests.
Yeah, he keeps coming in there hot, coming in hot. Plus, Dr. Tara Narula is here with details on a potential breakthrough in the fight against cancer. We're talking about a personalized vaccine.
This is really something. Also had Aaron Katrowski trying to let us in this new twist of the fraternity cocaine ring investigation. One of the young men arrested in his early 20s thought it was a prank.
But first, we're going to look at the top stories that are breaking at 8, starting with the U.S. national debt hitting a record $40 trillion. Chief economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is here to break down what that means for the economy and for American consumers. Good morning, Rebecca.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. It's tough to even wrap your head around this number, but I want to put the $40 trillion in real terms with 3 reasons that it matters and it impacts everyone who is watching right now. First, it makes borrowing more expensive. A new mortgage, your credit cards, those costs can and are going up. 2, it fuels inflation. And 3, it makes it harder for the government to spend on things like healthcare, education, our roads, and our defense. And here's why. You can think of our national debt like your own credit card. When you spend and you can't pay for it, those interest payments, they surge. And that is exactly what is happening right now. The U.S. is paying more than $1 trillion just in interest on that debt. That is more than what we spend on things like Medicare, veterans benefits, and defense. And this didn't happen overnight. Under both Republicans and Democrats, the government has been spending more than it makes in taxes for 26 years on everything from health care to stimulus benefits to tax cuts and spending. And just like those credit card bills, the longer you ignore it, the worse it gets, the tougher the choices become, George.
Okay, Rebecca, thanks. Now to the investigation into the cocaine trafficking operation involving two fraternities at Penn State. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is back with the latest on that. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you again, George. One of the Penn State fraternity brothers that prosecutors called a main supplier of cocaine didn't exactly do much to hide it. And when police showed up to arrest him, he thought it was a prank. This morning, new details about the cocaine ring allegedly being run out of two Penn State fraternity houses. Thomas Robinson is among 14 people charged, most of them current and former students.
This was a very sophisticated endeavor. This wasn't just a couple kids at college who were sharing drugs with each other.
Court records say a confidential informant tipped off authorities that a male using the nickname T-Rob is selling large amounts of cocaine from the Delta Upsilon fraternity house. It couldn't have been more obvious. Police say Robinson accepted payment by Venmo using his own name, Tom Robinson, 53. On December 13th, 2024, officers said they found Robinson alone on his bed, and as they tried to place him in handcuffs, he resisted, hiding his hands under his body and threatening them. After he was handcuffed and officers were escorting him out of the room, Thomas Robinson stated he thought the officers were his fraternity brothers playing a prank on him. His father, Paul, a prominent lawyer in Pittsburgh, was charged with concealing evidence, including a safe containing drugs and cash. His firm said in a statement it is reviewing the circumstances of the case. Thomas Robinson and a student in a different fraternity, Agostino Abatiello, were allegedly the main suppliers, making regular trips to Philadelphia and New York for cocaine. Prosecutors say the cocaine was then cut and packed at the fraternity houses, often by pledges as part of a hazing ritual. Delta Upsilon said it is appalled by the allegations and will hold the Penn State chapter accountable. None of the defendants has yet entered pleas, guys.
Wow, Aaron, what a story. All right, thank you for bringing that to us. We're going to turn now to a GMA Health Alert. A new personalized cancer vaccine is showing promise in a melanoma trial. The treatment, built from a patient's own cancerous tumor, significantly delayed melanoma recurrence and blocked its spread in high-risk patients. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sarah Narula, is here to break it down for us. And, Doc, what is this vaccine and how does it work? Because this could be a big breakthrough.
It's really exciting, Michael. And so this is still experimental. It's important to point that out, and not yet approved. But what we're talking about is, in fact, a vaccine for cancer. Now, there are vaccines for cancer already, but what's novel here is it's personalized. So basically what researchers have done is taken a patient's own tumor and analyzed its specific mutations. Every tumor has its own fingerprint or blueprint that's specific to that tumor. They then create a vaccine using mRNA technology, the same type that we used for COVID and the new flu vaccine. And then when you give the vaccine to the person, it generates an immune response targeted to that person's specific cancer. So we're talking about really personalized medicine here, which is the future. So in this specific study, they did look at patients who had high-risk melanoma. They had the tumor excised. They again then divided them into two groups. One group got Keytruda, which is sort of the standard of care immunotherapy. The other group got Keytruda plus the vaccine. In that group that got the vaccine and Keytruda, they did in fact find a decreased risk of recurrence or spread and no more safety signals than normal.
Wow, well, it sounds like a major breakthrough, but some key questions still remain.
So one key question is this has not been published or peer reviewed. So that needs to happen. We don't know when this is going to go in front of the FDA for approval either. So that's still sort of lurking out there. And then, you know, I think they say they will present it at an upcoming meeting, an international meeting. So we'll see what happens once that's out there. And then survival, right? So we talked about risk of recurrence and spread, but we don't yet know if this is going to prolong life or survival.
I'm sitting here thinking about this, and I know that millions of Americans are facing skin cancer right now, and melanoma is the worst, but the others are also disfiguring. So when they hear this news, is there anything in it for them right now?
Well, again, right now this isn't approved, but what this is really hope. This is hope not just for melanoma, but for other cancers. They are, in fact, studying this for other cancers like non-small cell lung cancer, bladder cancer, renal cell carcinoma, and many others. And you would think that logically this should work, right? If it works for melanoma, it's the same concept. And so the question outside of that is going to be around, because it's individualized, what is this going to cost? How quickly can it be made? What will access look like? But melanoma, over 100,000 cases expected this year, Sam. It is the deadliest form of skin cancer. Around 8,000 are expected to die from it. So this is really exciting. And I think one thing that's important to also point out, that one of the researchers we spoke to said, we have to thank, and I want to make this a big thanks, the patients who enroll in these clinical trials.
Yes.
We don't talk about them often enough, but they are really what is helping us to advance science. They're taking a big risk. So thank you to all those patients.
Can I ask one maybe a basic question? Why is it called a vaccine? I thought vaccines were about prevention, not about treatment.
Well, there are vaccines for prevention in cancer. We think about the HPV vaccine, for example. But this is kind of a novel idea of using this sort of injection or to generate an immune response, but instead of to an infection, you're generating it to tumor cells or to other cells. So it's the same concept.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Narula, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're looking very festive. I like this. It's very. You look like you're ready for Florida.
I'm channeling my roots of South Florida. Yes. Wishing I was there.
I know, don't we all? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming up on our GMA morning menu, the 80s are back, people. We're going to tell you why you might want to dust off those shoulder pads, or if you're ginger, your leg warmers. Going to show you what's behind this 80s style revival.
Sam never stopped, okay? Also ahead, the viral skincare trend that says you have to get ugly to look beautiful.
Oh, come on.
We're going to show you how it works.
Plus, what Dolly Parton just achieved, the big news for the Queen of Country. And Tori has some great deals for viewers this morning. Hey, Tori.
Hey, George, that's right. We are doubling the beauty and skincare haul on Deals and Steals. Twice the deals means twice the chance to save on your GMA favorites, and they're all 50% off. That's coming up right here on Good Morning America.
We're back now with our GMA cover story, Embracing 80s Style in 2026. GMA lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato has the details on the comeback that's all to the hit show, The Shards. Hey, Lori.
Hey, Robin, that's right. There's plenty to love about The Shards, but it's the throwback killer style that everyone is obsessing over, and now it's inspiring a familiar fashion moment. Take a look.
In Ryan Murphy's The Shards, it's not just the drama that people are talking about.
Being a teenager in 1981 was perhaps the last moment of our youth.
It's the incredible fashion, driving a nostalgic renaissance for all things 80s.
You look nice.
But in The Shards, it's not all kitschy 80s neon and leg warmers. Instead, costume designers Lou Eyrich and Josh Marsh went for a sophisticated palette of mauves, grays, and blues, leaning into a look of the rich and powerful. The clothes saying as much about the characters as the words that tumble from their mouths.
Because it takes place in a very wealthy section of LA, it's less about the neon colors and the shoulder pads, but more of an elegant and elevated take on late 70s, early 80s fashion. When you have a reference to, a Ralph Lauren shirt, or you see the way that they mix and match their private school uniforms, that feels fresh and new for the viewer.
The style in The Shards reaching its apex in the wardrobe of Susan Reynolds, played by Kaya Gerber, who knows a thing or two herself about fashion as the daughter of supermodel Cindy Crawford.
Oh, hi.
She's the picture-perfect image of early 80s privilege, her look drawing inspiration from all-American icons of the era, like Lauren Hutton and Brooke Shields. Kaya Gerber's characters sporting sky-high waisted denim, feminine bow blouses, shoulder-padded blazers, and of course, era-defining penny loafers.
Is it too, I don't know, GQ?
And while the show has plenty of plot twists, the fashion gives a twist on the 80s all its own.
Trends are cyclical, so I think designers are looking at the 80s because it's just about that time. We've experienced Y2K, we've seen that resurgence on the runway, we've seen the resurgence of the 90s on the runway, and now it's the 80s turn.
And after last night's style-forward episode, the urge to bring a little 1981 fashion into our 2026 closets is only getting stronger. You can catch new episodes of The Shards on FX and streaming on Hulu every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Guys?
All right.
We're on it.
We're on it. We are on it.
I want the thing that used to hold the t-shirt and make it like cinch.
Oh, like, right,
yes.
you cinch the t-shirt and
bring
then it kind of
back,
oh.
and I am in.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You are so happy about this.
You guys,
I know, really.
I can talk 80s fashion all day long.
Clothes. Now you can put them back on, Sam.
I'm wearing them now, Michael, just underneath all this. All right. Let's get pop news started with the queen of country and, ladies and gentlemen, all she surveys. Dolly Parton. We know Dolly is no stranger to working more than 9 to 5 as she celebrates her 80th trip around the sun this year.
Yeah.
Her music is still making history, ladies and gentlemen. Dolly Parton was just honored with 82 new global sales certifications across 14 countries. Among those honors, Jolene honored diamond certifications in Canada and the Netherlands, while 9 to 5 achieved diamond status in Canada. And that means that she's still making millions of sales on these timeless songs. Plus, the Academy of Country Music Honors event celebrated Dolly last night with its ACM Poets Award for her impact around the world, and all of us here cannot get enough of that.
Congrats to her, yes.
Well deserved.
She's awesome.
Any time spent with Dolly is quality time. Also this morning, are you ready for your signature bake? Well, now, you know what I mean if you're a Great British Baking Show fan. Trust me, you've got this.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to pause.
We're picking
because the Great British Baking Show is gearing up for a brand new season. This marks the first season since longtime judge Prue Lee announced her retirement earlier this year. And chef Nigella Lawson, I love her, is stepping into her colorful shoes. The series posting the first look at Nigella with the whole crew on Instagram, writing in the caption, "Life is about to get sweeter. Bake Off is coming soon." Paul Hollywood and both of the show's hosts, Allison and Noel, already getting fans excited for new episodes of some behind-the-scenes Instagram videos. And Nigella also posted her own version from inside the famous white tent, writing, "I'm a bit nervous, I get it, very excited and extremely happy. The Great British Baking Show returns to our screens next month. Get ready to be whisked off your feet."
I gotta say, one of my favorite things about being on the couch is watching your prompter and wondering, are you really gonna say that?
Well, and you know, when you said crust me, I swear I saw a little bit of George's soul just leave.
See, it's fun at home and it's fun here. On Tuesday, Michael, you shared an incredible, really moving trailer for your upcoming primetime special called 9/11 United We Stand, 25 years later, which is produced in part by your production company, Smack Productions. Last night, you shared the first full look at a special screening on the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, supported by our GMA family. Right there, you see ABC News President Almin Kara McMetovich, our executive producer Simone Swink, Martha Radis, Dr. Narula, Rebecca Jarvis, Ginger. We all were there to support you. And it made us all really reflect on September 11th. But not only that day, but how we move forward in the days following with sports, entertainment, and comedy. Take a look at what Martha Raditz told us about this special.
I think the lesson that day is a lesson of hope. It is a lesson for our nation that we can come together, that we do not have to be divided. And in that moment, I felt that we were one as a nation.
And as generations grow up that were not there, it's important that we share these stories. 9/11 United We Stand, 25 years later, premieres Tuesday, September 1st on ABC, streams the next day on Hulu, and Hulu on Disney+. Michael, it was...
Looking forward to that.
I appreciate it. And it was great. I'm glad everybody came. You know, you always get nervous about these things. You don't know the reactions, but see the reaction from everybody who watched it. And you know, that said, I wish it was something we never had to make, but I'm glad that we did, because of the tribute to those who were victims and their families and first responders. Hopefully they all can get some kind of relief and joy. And like I said, you shouldn't forget.
No way.
And that's what's about a reminder.
Thank you, Michael.
United was such the key word,
Yeah.
so thank you for that.
Thank you.
It is that magical time again. Time for beauty deals and steals that will have you glowing without blowing your budget. Tori Johnson's here with savings on everything you need to be gorgeous on the inside and outside. That's skin, hair care products. What do we got?
Yes, we're starting with one of our favorites.
Okay.
Dr. Whitney Bowe Beauty, board certified dermatologist, friend of ours, my dermatologist.
She's great.
She is phenomenal. And so this one right here, the retinol with an A. This is night treatment. This works faster and harder than retinol with the O with no irritation. So for a lot of people, that is really critical. They can't use that retinol because it's too rough on
irritating.
Yes.
Right.
This is the night treatment for you. It's going to help to reverse all that summer skin damage. So when you think about discoloration, texture, dark spots, that's a winner. We also have, of course, her award-winning Bow Glow. This is a must for everybody. This one repairs the skin barrier in literally an hour. You can start to see the difference, especially when you use it consistency and when you need a little plumping.
And who
this
doesn't?
is the duo for you. Her award-winning lip treatment, this peptide lip treatment, and then P46, one of her newest products, peptide and hyaluronic acid plumping serum. You guys, little plumping, brightening, everything here is 50% off.
That's
It's a good one.
fantastic.
Okay,
Whitney, thank you.
as we age, we know that the hair on our head can become finer, weaker, more shed prone. Well, the same thing happens to our lashes and brows, often changing with hormonal shifts. And so Swede, this little baby right here, named Best Eyelash Serum in Oprah Daly's Menopause Awards. This is gonna help with thicker, fuller lashes and brows in as few as 4 weeks.
Get out of
it
here.
pairs perfectly with their best-selling Cloud Mascara. The line is beautiful. I like that it's for us mature ladies, and it's all 50% off.
Even for men.
Yes,
Our
for
brows get a little thinner too.
You got
So
it.
there you go.
Got it. You
All
are
right.
not excluded.
Yep.
How about 19,000 positive reviews on this little fan favorite from Bare Minerals? This is their original loose powder foundation with SPF 15. What I love is that it is both lightweight as well as buildable. So you can go from sheer to full coverage with this one product. We also have all of their liquid concealers and foundations. Today's a good day to stock up because it's all 50%
No
off
way.
plus.
Free shipping?
You got it.
You know, if your family has sensitive skin, and mine does, that's
Yes.
the only makeup they can wear.
That's
the
a
Bare
good one.
Minerals,
It's
right?
a good one.
Yep.
How about some sexy hair?
How about it?
This is award-winning. I'm speaking your language. This one is the spray and play. This is great for a medium hold, but when you need a firmer hold, spray and play harder on this one.
Spray and play harder.
They got the names there. This is a really great powder play, great for instant volume. You put it into the root of dry hair, rub it in, va-va-voom, and you'll save 50% off.
Oh, let's play.
All right, how about some Brown Girl Jane? A gorgeous assortment of fragrance here, all award-winning. One of their newest, this Cola Sun, is a body mist. It smells delicious. This peach that you just grabbed here, it's juicy, ripe, it's phenomenal. It's like a velvet peach and Bellini. This is a favorite. It's Beyonce, Rihanna, all the girls who go by one name. For you guys, it's all 50% off.
That is fantastic.
It's good, Sam.
No, that's really fantastic.
All right, then when you need, you bring that over.
Okay,
When you need
I'm
a
bringing it
little
over.
quickie on the under eye fixing, this instant eye lift from Go Pure is phenomenal. It's just a quick fix when you need it most. We also have the Tighten and Lift Neck Cream. This is a good one for that sagging skin.
I'll take that right now.
The whole assortment from Go Pure, Lift and Firm at 50 off.
Fantastic. We'll be back with even more beauty deals coming up. We're celebrating the youngest team in the NFL. We're live in Houston for the game day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
And we are back with our series GMA Game Day. We're visiting the hometowns of all 32 pro NFL teams in the country as we count down to Super Bowl 61 right here on ABC. This morning, we'll leave in Texas at Houston's Reliance Stadium. Good morning, Will.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're here in Houston. We're having a great time, and the Houston Texans have Super Bowl aspirations this year. Their fans are very excited. No matter what happens, it is the 25th season for the Texans, and these fans will be supporting their team with Houston pride.
They're the NFL's youngest team.
now celebrating a quarter century in existence.
25 years later, it just gets better and better every year.
And the Texans have it, trying to run with it for the score.
The milestone comes at a great time for the Houston Texans.
Touchdown, Texans, 75 yards.
Fresh off some of their best seasons in franchise history. Led by former player, now head coach, D'Amico Ryans.
It's deeper rooted, right? Because I was a part of the first team to have a winning season here. I was a part of the first team to go on into the playoffs. And now, being a head coach, I wanted to come back to a team that truly meant something to me.
It's a community that loves him right back. The Texans have a legion of devoted fans, many of them here since day one.
The section I'm in, we've watched everybody's families grow up. We've gone to their weddings.
H-Town!
Steve Beckold, known as the Ultimate Fan, is one of the franchise's most recognizable faces, winning their 2023 Fan of the Year title.
For me, it's just a great time. It's a great place to be, and it makes me feel good to what I do. So.
And Pamela Irby leads the Traveling Texans, organizing trips for fellow fans to cheer on their beloved team on the road.
It's kind of like taking a little bit of the Southern hospitality that we try to share here and taking it to other cities. And I have met some of the most amazing people.
More than 2 decades since the late Bob and Janice McNair founded the organization, their son Cal and his wife Hannah are proud to carry on their legacy.
They would have loved to see everything we're doing to celebrate the 25th season, but we're just very excited to be able to honor them.
They wanted to bring football back and do great things for the community and bring people together. We're really excited to keep that going.
All right, so we've got a great group here. We've got a bunch of Texans fans. We got a couple Texans legends we'll talk to in a second. There's a mariachi band, and we got a whole lot of fun in store here. A lot of these fans are members of the Fan Council, a really special group that has a lot to do with like the direction of the team and the game day experience. And one such member of the council right here, this is Patty. Patty, you were the 2024 Fan of the Year. That's a big honor. You have it right here. And as head of the Fan Council, you're helping have input on game day uniforms, elements in the stadiums, and so much more. What does it mean as a fan to be a part of all of that, like, game day experience?
It's incredible. Being in the inaugural group of the Fan Council, we brought back the H-Town Blue, we designed the H, and we also coined the new mantra, H-Town Made. So when I walk through the stadium and I see it, and I know that, you know, I had a little piece in it, it's amazing. It touches you.
That's really great, and it touches so many fans, and thank you for your work. And the Texans are obviously aware of your commitment and your loyalty, and as such, I want to bring in the legends I mentioned before. We've got Travis Johnson and Andre Johnson here. You guys all know them. Andre, you are a Hall of Famer, best offensive player in Texans history, and you've been a part of this team and this community since almost the beginning of the franchise. What does it mean that the Texans have now been around for 25 years?
It means a lot. You know, like you said, I've been here since day one. I got to see the organization grow to where it is now, and everything is just headed forward for us. Super excited, and hopefully we can end this season in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, you guys have a good team this year, and you also, I understand, have brought a little something with you. What do you have?
Yeah, so we have a special jersey for you. We have your great. We got the 25th season patch here for you also, so I wanted to present that to you.
I wasn't expecting a surprise for me because we have other surprises in store. Thank you so much. What an honor. All right, I'm gonna put this on later, but we have a little more business to attend to now. Travis, you know that we know the Texans have a plan to include these amazing fans in a big way when the regular season opens here against the Bills. What can you tell us about that?
Well, we're excited here at the Houston Texans from all of us to tell the Fan Council that what we have is we're going to let you guys be the flag holders for our opening game against the Buffalo Bills, just because we just want to say thank you for helping shape the franchise for the first 25 years and continue forward for the next 25 years. We just all like to say thank you.
Love it. Travis Johnson, thank you. To all the fans, you're going to be on the field. Very exciting. And guys, that concludes the surprises here. Actually, no, it doesn't, because we have a mariachi band that's going to play us off. Here we go, guys. Come on.
estoy afuera, pero el día en que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. Llorar, llorar, llorar.
We're going to say that if you're with us, there's a pretty good chance right now you're double holding a coffee mug, just staring at it lovingly. Now, if you like your coffee iced, there's a new food trend that you should know about that's a smash on social media. Lori Bergamatto is back to tell us about it and is fixing my problem with iced coffee. You fixed it.
I'm so glad to hear that because, Sam, you know I cannot resist a viral food trend, especially when there's caffeine involved. I think that's like part of the job here, right?
Agreed.
So I had to see what all the buzz was about.
The latest viral trend brewing up a storm online? The iced coffee freeze. And with millions of views on TikTok alone, I knew I had to take it from my feed to my freezer.
Here's my leftover coffee. Here's my Ziploc baggie. Pouring it in.
And after freezing it overnight, it was time for the fun part. Pile those just smashed frozen coffee shards into a glass and get ready for some cold, creamy, caffeinated perfection.
All right, moment of truth.
The verdict? This one is grounds for excitement.
That is delicious. We're having too much fun here.
It really is a good idea.
As a person who drinks primarily hot coffee, even in these sweltering August months, I was a little skeptical. I know you are too.
I was.
But the smashed version did not disappoint. Sam, you're going to try it while Ginger tells us why she loves it.
I love this idea because my stepfather holds on to that old coffee and sometimes drinks it the next morning.
No,
so Carl,
this is
do this instead.
Fantastic.
Yes, I do.
This is, and you know how iced coffee gets watery, and nobody wants that. This is amazing.
Because the ice is the coffee. Yes, it's so. I am a convert.
You don't have to put it in the cube thing. This is great.
Saving money, getting caffeinated.
I have never been happier in my entire life.
Cheers.
Cheers, Lori. This is a solution to life.
She is back. Tori is back. Even more beauty deals and steals. So get ready to stock up with some beauty favorites. And best of all, they're all 50% off.
Oh, yeah. You and I were just having a love fest about Sam Champion. This is another person that we can have a love fest over, the Laura Mercier line of beauty products. For 2 decades, this has been beloved as one of the innovators in the industry. We've got so many of their fan favorite products. 2, though, that I want to point out. What? These right here, this is an eyeshadow pencil. And very often, eyeshadow is like, it's difficult.
Yes.
I try all the time to get my shadow to look like Elena gets our shadow, and like, it's really hard. This makes it look like a pro did it. It slides on, glides on, and then best of all, no fading, creasing, transfer. It's gonna last for 24 hours. That's a good one. And then their body products are often overlooked, but they are so phenomenal. They are luxurious, like a good body wash. Like, it's just like, it's a great way to like elevate your shower and elevate your everyday routine. And that's what Deals and Steals is all about. Your assortment from Laura Mercier. 50% off plus.
Free shipping.
Oh, yeah.
Always a favorite.
Always
Never
a
disappoints.
favorite.
Never disappoints.
Always a favorite. Number 7, and we've got something new. That is this little baby right here. It's called Prime Forever, and it is their preservation serum. And so what that means is that it is formulated to be able to kind of stop time, if you will, for 24 hours from the moment you apply it for that 24 hours.
Really?
Yes, to kind of just pause that aging process for a second on your face, or the 24 hours.
Okay.
It's got all of these collagen preserving peptides, high potency antioxidants. That is a great one to add to the routine. And then we've got 9 other collections. So depending on your favorite and your skin concerns, everything here, $10 to $20 and
free shipping.
Yes, on top of that.
Hey,
that's
Sam,
a good
turn
one.
back time. Turn back
the
time.
time. Freeze the time. Okay, how about a little wrap, twist, and tuck with the Volo hair towel. This is one of the best because it's going to stay in place, but it's this nano weave fabric. All the pieces are made with that fabric. That it is soft. It is extremely lightweight, gentle, and absorbent. So that means it's going to help dry your hair up to 50% faster. So it means less heat products that you have to put, heat tools that you have to put on your hair. And it's also lighter on your hair than a heavy towel, so it's not going to weigh your hair down, that's where breakage comes in. We also have their great spa wrap that I love.
Stays up.
Stays up, baby. Washcloths, face cloths, you know, exactly. That's the motion. That's the motion. All 50% off from Volo.
That's great.
Then we've got Cora Organics from Miranda Kerr. Big assortment of all of her bestsellers. Her #1 favorite to do away with dull skin is this little one right here. Yes, that Noni face oil is a fan favorite. Today we have it in 3 sizes. We also have the turmeric, this glow foaming cleanser. It creates this really great lather, but it's also invigorating, feels really good. So many of the products today we have in the travel size and the full size, so for home and on the go, and it's all half price.
I like the foam. I like
yes,
you know,
you like a little foam.
I like a foam.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you know it's working. Buxom. This is about your plumpiest pout. your plumpiest pout. She's here for the comedy. I bring the deals, you bring the fun. These are really great because you get that fuller, fabulous lip, but no stinging. Just a little cool tingling. The colors are fabulous. Their mascara is really good too. 50 off plus those 2 words.
Oh my gosh, free shipping?
Yeah.
Wow, bring it on home.
And then a Petula favorite. Diva Curl is back, and this is specifically formulated for the unique needs of waves, curls, coils. That hair type needs products that are designed specifically for them. So coil, curls that are defined without the frizz, beautiful products, and 50% off.
I love the packaging as well.
Gorgeous.
All right,
the product's
thank you.
even better.
All right, we partnered with these companies on these great products, and you can get them at gmadeals.com. That QR code on the screen takes you right there. Love you.
Thank you.
Love our viewers. They love this. Okay, skincare trend that embraces not always looking your best. It's called the morning shed. Ooh. And you'll see it next.
We're back now with the new morning shed trend. No, it's not about greeting the day like getting in a backyard shed, nothing like that.
Okay.
It's about looking your best. As they say, you gotta be ugly to get pretty. Our Roxy Diaz will explain it for us. Good morning, Roxy.
Good morning, Michael. Masks, chin straps, lip tape. The idea is the uglier you go to bed, the prettier you wake up. It's racking up millions of views, but does it work? Take a look.
This kind of goes around your head like that.
It starts with a heatless hair roller, a mask, lip tape, and a chin strap.
I slept like this all night, and I am telling you guys, it is so worth it.
This viral TikTok wellness trend is the morning shed, a beauty routine around the idea, the uglier you go to bed, the prettier you wake up. And you may have seen Sydney Sweeney do it on HBO's Euphoria.
She loved the ritual, the attention to detail.
For some people, unblemished, wrinkle-free, and smooth skin has become a practical necessity.
People like to shop. People are in pursuit of perfection, and there are just new claims for these products that can reverse the hands of time.
Kim Kardashian's brand Skims sells a face sculpting chin strap. Actor Anthony Hopkins giving it a try on social media.
I'm already feeling 10 years younger.
Online, Jasmine Mather has around 360,000 followers and is known as Jasmine Alicia. For her, the attention was an opportunity to share how she cleared up her acne and is loving the skin she's in. Her most watched Morning Shed video reaching 43.5 million people.
So I start with my hair, face mask, and then I would usually do my lip stain next. I literally just sleeping in makeup at this point, but in a good way. And then the chin strap. This kind of just keeps it all tight and tucked.
But does it work?
I personally think it works. There's just a lot of options out there.
After the trend first rose in popularity, Teresa Hamilton ran the ultimate experiment. She tried the morning shed every day for 1 month.
So you just kind of put it on like a bandage and you just kind of wrap your whole head around it. I feel like adding the lip stain is almost like you need to wake up beautiful. The beautiful lip stain on, and it's an unnecessary thing. And also, it just like doesn't work if you have the mouth tape on over it.
Teresa says that over time, she noticed that social media content was changing.
You need to do this to feel beautiful. You need to eat this way. And it became a very quick rabbit hole into like an unhealthy lifestyle.
Today, she says she still uses the eye patches and bonnet, but nothing else from the experiment.
The way that you can get those personalized results is seeing a dermatologist who can evaluate your skin and discuss with you what they may recommend for your skin.
Sleep is the #1 beauty treatment that anyone can do. And if you're compromising your sleep for your morning shed routine, you should choose sleep.
Whether they're racking up views and likes or busting the morning shed myth, these creators all agree that there are many, many steps.
Take everything you see on the internet with a grain of salt and do things that will be best for you.
Bottom line, consistency beats excess, and nothing beats a full night's sleep because nobody actually wakes up like this, unless you're Beyonce. But Michael, I checked. Do not go to sleep with your old chin strap. It will not work, okay? Back to you guys.
Oh, Roxy called you out. Way to go, Roxy!
I do not wear. I wear my jock strap, not my chin strap. Okay, you got one. Always got one to come back at you with, Roxy. How about that? We're going to break. We'll be right back. Leave me alone. You guys started it.
Please do not answer Ginger's question. You don't want to know. Hey, we got a big congratulations to one of our producers, Caroline. Oh, they had a terrific wedding. Oh, and their first pup, Wheezy, their dog Wheezy, was part of the ceremony as well. Congratulations. Wow.